GAMBAGA, the village of the exiled souls. Welcome. Take a seat on this broken stool. The sun here is unforgiving, much like the fear that brought us all here. You ask me to tell the story of GAMBAGA. Or, it is a story longer than any memory, yet repeated every time a scared new woman stumbles through our gates. This is not just a camp, it is a waiting room for those who have nowhere else to be. The deep roots, how the camp became necessary. The world outside sees witchcraft as something simple, a fairy tale gone wrong. But here, it is the root of everything. Our belief system holds that nothing bad happens by chance. If a child dies, if the rains fail, if a successful farmer suddenly loses everything, someone willed it. And the one who is weakest, the one who is easiest to push out, becomes the culprit. This camp did not begin with a government decree or a town meeting. It grew, slowly, out of necessity and ancient power. Centuries ago, when a village needed to settle a spiritual dispute, they turned to the Tindana, the earth priest. The Tindana is the custodian of the land and the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. When the accusations grew too hot, when the anger of the mob threatened to spill blood, the accused had one last resort, to run to the Tindana for sanctuary. The Tindana's power transcends the power of the angry villagers. Once you were under his protection, even if he judged you a witch, you were his witch. To harm you then was to challenge the earth itself. So, this dusty patch of land grew over decades. One mud hut for the first accused, then two, then a whole community of the exiled. GAMBAGA became famous, or infamous, as the place where the Tindana of GAMBAGA could keep the dangerous spirits contained. We are survivors of superstition, protected by superstition itself, a cruel twist, wouldn't you say? The inward life, a day in the Tindana's yard. Life here is defined by hardship and the small, quiet act of humanity that the cameras miss. We rise before the sun, not out of spiritual devotion, but because the sun is less fierce then. We must fetch water from far away. The ground here is hard, and the yield is poor, but we try to scratch out a living by farming small plots. The women who are younger, perhaps in their 60s, walk long distances to collect firewood or sell small bundles of groundnuts in the market, always enduring the averted eyes and whispered curses of the local people. The currency here is connection. When a new woman, shivering and crying, arrives, it is us, the seasoned elders, who soothe her, feed her, and teach her the rules. We teach her how to build a hut that won't collapse in the next downpour. We teach her to accept the identity of the witch when outsiders are around, because fighting it only makes the fear stronger. The silent language of the stigma, the deepest cut is the isolation. Our children and grandchildren are forbidden to visit, sometimes for fear they too will be infected by the witchcraft, or simply for fear of community ridicule. I have not embraced my daughter in 12 seasons. She sends a runner with a small gift of money occasionally, but she can never stay long. We live our lives within a silent, invisible cage, separated from the very people we bore and raised. The untold story of the accusation. People often assume the accused must be poor or mentally ill. While both are tragically true for many, the root cause is often simpler, property and power. In my case, it was the land. For many widows, an accusation is the quickest way for the husband's brothers or other relatives to seize control of the family assets, the house, or the farm. But sometimes, the story is more painful. Some of the women here suffered from mental health issues, schizophrenia, dementia, severe depression, conditions that their families had no understanding of. When they spoke incoherently or acted erratically, the easy answer was a spiritual one, the witch had possessed them. This camp is full of women whose real diagnosis is medical, but whose societal punishment is exile. The future, promises and the pounding fear. You hear about the government closing the camps, don't you? They closed the Boniosi camp, and they tried to reintegrate the women. It is a beautiful promise, a shining hope. But promises do not protect you from a mob holding stones. When they talk about reintegration, I ask, integration into what? No safety net, where will I sleep? My house is gone. Who will guarantee my meals? I am old. The unfading mark, the brand of the witch is like a scar on the soul. My neighbors in my old village know I was in GAMBAGA. They will smile to my face, but they will never share a meal with me. If a child falls sick after I return, I will be the first one blamed, and this time, the Tindena won't be there to save me. The law they passed in 2023, making it a crime to accuse someone of witchcraft, this is the true hope. It gives us a voice, a weapon against the finger pointers. But a law is only paper. We need to change the story in the minds of the people. We need to replace the fear of the witch with the fear of the policeman. We are not wicked. We are grandmothers, farmers, cooks, and mothers. We are survivors. Until the day that belief in humanity is stronger than the belief in the supernatural, this dusty, sun-baked yard will remain our last safe home. Now, come. Let me show you the well. The journey is long, and the bucket is heavy, but we have to drink, for tomorrow, we must live again.